Hey engineers, did you know that the same methods used by professional athletes, singers, and keynote speakers before big moments can be used in our day-to-day lives? How our brain perceives daily performances, such as test taking, interviewing, or competing in a new activity, can impact how we feel about similar situations moving forward, ultimately impacting their results and even our well-being. In this microlesson, we will review what is mental skills training, factors that influence anxiety around performing, what happens in the brain and body, and ways to manage anxiety for optimal results and well-being. So what is mental skills training? Mental skills training can be applied to perceived high-stakes situations, such as that midterm or job interview coming up. It applies psychological principles to enhance abilities in populations such as athletes, first responders, or medical professionals who need to perform under stressful circumstances. However, research is finding that it can be effective in daily tasks and decision-making. Some studies even suggest that mental skills training may be more effective than other behavioral interventions with overall healthy living habits. Connected to mental skills training is performance anxiety, commonly known as stage fright. This is an intense nervousness around performing a task. When we are concerned about being judged by others, experiencing self-doubt, or even perfectionism, symptoms of anxiety can be triggered. Simone Biles, an Olympic gymnast, shared her own experience with a sport-specific anxiety called the twisties, which can happen when a gymnast feels they lose control flipping through the air. As a result, she decided to drop out of the 2020 Olympics and instead took time to understand and address the twisties by adding breathing techniques and positive imagery into her routines. This helped her perform in a flow state, which led to her incredibly successful Paris Olympics in 2024. Now, let's try to understand what is happening in the brain and body when we experience performance anxiety. During performance anxiety, the mind perceives the performance, such as an interview or an exam, as a threat and focuses all of its attention on trying to protect us from potential negative outcomes. We may feel a loss of control, increased heart rate, trouble with memory recall, and even begin to question the skills that we typically feel strong in. A study from the American College Health Association found that over 35% of students reported anxiety as an impeding factor to academic performance. Just like Simone Biles, we can train our brain to work towards the outcomes we want. Let's say a student is about to walk into the career fair. They're excited to talk to future employers and feel very passionate about the work they hope to do. As the student enters the fair, their heart begins to race and anxiety sets in. This response is not uncommon, nor does it mean they are broken. In fact, it means they care, which is awesome. Recognizing this, to capture this care in a productive way, the student takes an intentional deep breath to slow their heart rate. A sense of calm and groundedness sets in as the student envisions themselves connecting with an employer, sharing about their favorite topics, and even scheduling a follow-up meeting. They focus on what could go right instead of what could go wrong. In this example, the student used the same techniques as Simone, which consisted of mindful breathing, positive self-talk, imagining a successful outcome referred to as imagery, and goal setting. When we practice these skills in moments outside of stressful situations, we can more easily call on them in the moments we need them the most. For more information and ways to get started with your own mental skills training, check out these resources.